One story stuck out to me once. We were just hanging around. We had just graduated high school. He was like, yo, I got to run some errands. You down the slide? I said, hell yeah, let's go. I hop in the car. We start driving. He's like, I got to go to a bank. Goes into the bank drive-thru, puts his money in the tube, and then all of a sudden goes, ooh, my stomach feel fucked up. I said, well, you're almost done with your transaction. You can go home and take care of business. He's like, yeah, you right. Gets his money back from the tube and starts to drive away. As he's about to hit the on-ramp of the highway, he go, ooh, uh-oh. I ain't gonna make it. I said, well, what the fuck are you gonna do? He starts to panic and goes against 4 lanes of traffic, pulling an illegal U-turn into a nearby Burger King parking lot. The car is sideways like we in Dukes of Hazzard. Runs inside and I'm sitting in the passenger seat. 5 minutes turns into 10 minutes. 10 turns into 15. 15 turns into 27 minutes later. I look over to the door of the Burger King and it burst open. He's running to the car with no shirt on. I said, what the fuck? He just jumps in, we gotta go! Puts his key in the ignition, throws it in reverse, but before he can back out, the Burger King manager appears in the doorway and goes, you can't do that in there! I said, what happened? He was like, well, I didn't make it. Where's your shirt? I tried to use it to wipe everything down. Motherfucker, drive! Cut to, you make me want to be selfish. Same guy. Y'all gotta be careful. You didn't like that poo-poo story, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm having fun. His bachelor party was funny because we couldn't even do like cool shit with him. Not because, you know, it's not fun, but he's one of those people, if you take him to a strip club, he's gonna fight the bouncers. It's one of those types. Like, they said it was 2 for 1, you know what I mean, whatever. And he was like, all right, we're gonna bring the strip club to you. So what we did is, we went down to Central Florida and we rented an Airbnb and we put laser lights in the room. We got a fog machine, we got blackout curtains, and we're like, we're bringing the strippers to you. So we sat him down in a chair and we put him, and we tied him to the chair and we put blindfold over his eyes. And then I put my titty in his mouth. I needed him to know, never trust your boys. Never trust your friends. Kidding me? Only reason I did is because he used to make fun of my titties growing up. Yeah, I was that boy with titties. And when you got titties as a man, that's tough. Especially with male friendships, because men don't care about your feelings. They find out you have an insecurity, they will attack that insecurity. They go in for the high five and then flip your titty. You remember high school, you remember that, pow, ha ha. And now I'm now scared. I'm like, hey, don't touch me. I'm scared all the time. Like, when I would have sex, I wouldn't even pump hard because I was scared my titty would do one of these and fuck up the vibe. You know what I mean? That's not fun when you on top of some lady and she's like, trying to catch your nipple. God forbid she latched, boom. I was scared. This lady trying to suck my titty. I said, hey, slow down. No. What's the matter? I was like, you used to a little chest, a little nipple on a little chest. Just a little, and that's it. You don't want no whole in your mouth. And now I'm holding your head like, look at us. A lesbian couple, huh? Look at us. How progressive. It's not fun. He couldn't be trusted in strip club. I like strip clubs myself. I'm a bit of a strip club aficionado. I like to send women to college. That's just how I get down, you know what I mean? But I realized in my travels that obviously not all strip clubs are created equal. They're not all the same. Some strip clubs, the women got more titties than teeth. It's crazy. Like, one of my first strip club experiences was kind of nuts. My homeboy was like, yo, you're 21. It's time for you to do some man shit. So he took me to a little place called Sugar Daddy's. And we walk in there, and it's just prime strip club hours, mind you, 3 p.m. on a Saturday. So we walk in, and it's me, the bouncer, my friend, a dude with his head on the table, one DJ, and one dancer on stage. I'm looking at this like, man, this is lit. So I start watching Canadian football. And as I'm watching Canadian football, the DJ gets on the mic. I need y'all to put y'all hands together right now, because we got coming to the stage, the one, the only, Diamond, everybody! And then Diamond walks out and she looks just like me. Swear to God, I said, Auntie, what are you doing here? And she walks like the auntie that cooks all the food in Thanksgiving. She walked to the stage like this. Girl, you working with some ass here. You bad here. Making niggas finish last year. You bad here. Back that ass up. And then she walked off. Not a dollar was thrown or a woo was said. It was silent. I'm just watching Canadian football. That's crazy. All of a sudden, Diamond makes her way up to me with her hand open. You got a tip for my stage set? I said, a tip? You should bend your knees more. I think if you did that, that could help with the routine. But she didn't move, she didn't budge. She just stared at me with her hand open, so I started to do that pat down dance that you do when homeless people corner you in an intersection. You're like, where do I keep my money? I looked in this pocket, I said, oh, hell no. I looked in this one, and then I pulled out a $5 bill. And then I put it in her hand, and she closed her hand around the bill, looked me in the eyes, and said, you know we can go in the back. I was like, on the strength of $5? So me and Diamond dated for like 6 months. And